And he says, are you happy? I said, what? He said, are you happy? I said, yeah, I'm happy. What's wrong with you? And what he was saying is, are you a hippie? But I couldn't understand his... and I know after we got to that, I said, what's a hippie? He says, oh, someone who doesn't fight. I said, oh, I could agree with that. And he says, and I sit around all day and go, So I don't know about that. But he says, what do you do in there? And he was pointing at this building. It's called Cluny Hill College. It was a hotel that was built in the mid-1800s. Huge, sprawling, 150-bedroom hotel. And he says, what do you do in there? I said, well, we have workshops. Workshops? What do you make? Like, he was thinking about crafts or something. I said, no, it's educational things. And he says, well, how many TVs are in there? And I said, there's one. He said, one? In that whole hotel, there's one TV? And what do you? And afterwards, he left, and I was thinking about it, and I was thinking, what's on TV? It's a bunch of soap operas. We don't need a TV. We're all having our own soap operas. Everybody in the and the community, and the people who came for their transformations and their whatever they came for, we're all busy having our own little soap operas. So who needs TVs? There are plenty of soap operas to engage us in our day-to-day world.
Absolutely. We actually have a great comment in Block TV. Sky Blue, a long-time listener, said, I use my iPod to play games on the subway, mostly not to interact with other people there. So, Sky Blue, this is what I have to say about that. So, our dragon energy considers his biggest accomplishment is to get us in life to a point where we get to survive every moment and do it so by ourselves without anybody. Then the dragon says, wow, I succeeded at my mission. What do you have to say about that, Doc?
I missed part of what you're saying. You said, if we've learned to survive without anybody, have we accomplished our mission?
Yeah, the dragon energy, which is our dark side, our negative side, the one that's in charge. Some people say it's the ego, and the ego is part of the dragon energy.
Right.
I'm referring to, all of us having, a dualistic side to ourselves. We have our higher self, which is the love and light, as I call it, and then we have the dragon energy, which is the negativity, the guy that's in charge to make sure that we survive.
Right. And so
he's supposed to protect us. Yeah. To make sure that we get to survive anything.
Right. And it's so funny because I have such a different relationship with dragon. For me, dragon is more like the Chinese understanding of guardian and harbinger of transformation. So I have a really different relationship with dragon.
Well, it is a guardian. Without him, there is no life.
And at least my experience with dragon is dragon has taken me to the place of completely breaking me down to the point that there is no me left and I am everything. But that's another story.
Interesting.
Yeah. So to be alone in the subway, I understand. I mean, there's a certain amount of just security and physical protection. And, again, from the Tibetan Buddhist view, what are we but our own world? Everything is, how can I say it? Let me see if I can say this very, very clearly. I live in my own world. And the truth is that each of us has our own worlds, and there's integrity in each of our own worlds. but that I am in my own world. And there's also another truth running through that everything is connected, and whether I want to look at the other person in the subway or not, we're part of the same cloth.
Mm-hmm.
We're all cut out of the same cloth. And that cloth being, if you want to call it chi, light, spirit, we're all cut out of the same cloth.
Well, we're one.
Right.
So
and both of
so
those truths
so avoiding being one by playing a video game, an iPod video game, is an illusion.
It is. And so it'd be interesting what would happen to just sit and just sit and be, and not have to look at anybody, but just be with who's there in the subway car. I think about years ago, Thunder, the Anishinaabe elder, he told a story about being in the subway in New York